What's up? What's up? What's going down? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Monday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, the Mondays. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. I always talk about this every day I do my show. That's why I picked my sports show for Monday, because I know you guys need a little pick me upper. You know what I'm saying? Like bring you up, give you some kind of some things just to make you say, you know, what I mean. Think about some things, but welcome to my show. You know what I'm saying? Thailand TV. That's what we do. Pop on here, give you information, uh, talk with you, converse with you. You know what I'm saying? Tell you my thoughts. Uh, just have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? That's really all we do here. You know what I mean? You got something to say to me, man? Please hop on the line, man. Hop on it, man. Put a statement, comment, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Shoot a question. You never know. You've seen it. Sometimes I'll bust an episode, and my episode will be all about whatever I converse with you with on social media. So, you know what I mean? So post something for me. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me. Give me some ideas to talk about. You know what I mean? Otherwise, y'all going to be listening to everything that goes on in my head. Because I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of stories to tell you. You know what I mean? For a lot of years, man. A lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of adventures. That's what all these are for. A lot of adventures, man. What's going on, man? Hey, loving just um this time of year right now. You know how I always speak about this time of year, man. Basketball season time, especially with high school basketball being in full effect. Just being able to get an eye on a few teams, and also see how our team can go and measure up and stuff. And we looking good. You know what I'm saying? My Apple Valley boys looking good. Um, it's just a great start to a season. You know what I mean? Like across the board. I think still some things that need to be worked on all throughout. You know what I mean? From what I've seen, there are some that are just sitting at the cream of the crop. I do love, like I said, I'm a flowers person. I give people their flowers. You know what I'm saying? And I just see what Tino Grace did right now. So they sit in cream of the crop right now, as far as like what they got going on across the board. So just some hard nosed dogs. You know what I'm saying? So all around the same size. So we ran up against them, and but we ready for them next time. You know what I'm saying? We bang with them. So, but what I saw, I guess the most was a lot of comfortability, a lot of complacent. You know what I'm saying? Settling, what they call, right? Um, but what I call it is, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes kids don't understand our lingo, or even the lingo of the game all the time, and people they say settling um, is a little bit more complex than that because the kids don't understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? And I think complacency and uh, getting comfortable, you know what I mean, something that they can understand a little bit more. As to say, if you're sitting there and you're comfortable, you're just going to stay in whatever's not pushing you, right? And people, kids or players instinctively get like that, right? Especially when you're playing, you get tired. So when you get tired, you go to what you're more comfortable in, and I think that happens a lot, you know. So that's where the mind, the IQ starts to kick in because you got to be able to be more creative out there than just being one dimensional, right? Right? You know what I mean? So that's why I try to teach kids that, you know what I'm saying, that's what they're doing at that moment so that way they can feel um, not feel threatened by being uncomfortable, because basketball's a fast-paced game. It comes at you like boom, boom, boom. So it all so if you're not ready, you're not ready for the uncomfortableness of it. It makes it hard for you to be put on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what goes on. It's an ever changing game. You know what I'm saying? At every moment, something else is happening. Something's happening. And if you're not ready for that, or if you can't adjust to um, that type of play, it's hard to be put on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen a lot of, like I said, I've seen a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like people wonder. You know what I'm saying? And it goes to, me. It's on TV. Everybody gets shots. You know what I'm saying? So, and it goes to the parents too, because the parents be the ones who be like, you know what I'm saying, how come I, because they see such the beautifulness of their child out there when they're playing and doing things and hitting shots. But then again, they don't get the view of what the coaches see. You know what I'm saying? And coaches' vision, because that's how I talk. I talk from each perspective because I know each perspective because I've been in one of them. So, and as a coach, I understand what it's like to put a kid on the floor, um, that's doing everything but not hitting shots, and I understand what it's like to put a kid on the bench that's hitting shots but not doing everything. So and a lot of parents don't see that. You know what I mean? They don't understand how that works, that concept works. But it's the comfortableness and the complacency of it. You know what I mean? When we see a person that's out there get on fire, 1, 2, 3 shots, and all of a sudden that's all they're doing. You know what I mean? They're not getting back. They're getting beat by their man. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you see a guy out there that's taking shots and missing it, but hustling, getting deflections. You know what I'm saying? And moving the ball. You kind of want to be like, all right, let me play that person because they're adjusting to the, even though because one of the most pushback things you can get is when your shot's not hitting. Right? That's one of the most difficult things, especially when we're all shooters and we're all trying to score and your shot's not hitting. So that's one of the most pushback things that you get, that you have to be learning how to be uncomfortable about. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to learn how to add different facets of your game and step up different facets of your game until your shot does come back on. You know, so or turn into, like, you know what I'm saying, like what I think Steph Curry did at Davidson one year when he was busting in the tournament. He was busting heads and stuff. So the team was like, yeah, we was going to double him. Everywhere we go, we don't double him. I think he had like 21 assists or something that game. You got to be able to adjust. But yeah, I had to tell my boys that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a conversation with one of my players, man, Ben, last year, and I told the kids this in the huddle that we had. As a coach, sometimes I get on kids about passing the ball, right? And this one time, one of my players last year, I'm yelling at him to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trapping. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming down, and he's like dribbling, he's moving, dribbling down into these traps by half court. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Pass the ball. He's like, man, I can't. What do you mean, man? You can't? Yes, you can. He's like, nobody passes. I'm like, yeah, it is. So I kind of yelled at him. And I came home. I remember coming home that night. I'm just going over my game in my head. That's how I am about basketball. Like, it just consumes me, right? And as I'm going over it, I probably told the story before, but I'm going over it in my head. And I'm like, dude, I'm starting to remember how the play was with 2 times that he got trapped, but he didn't turn it over though. He got trapped, got a double team, or we got a timeout, right? We got a jump ball one time, and then we got a timeout one time. But I'm going over it in my head. I'm sitting on the couch. I remember I'm sitting on the couch. I'm going over it on my head. I'm like, shit. I'm like, what the heck? I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, okay, where was dude at? And then this dude was there. On the defender was right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh. And okay, so where's the other guy? He was right there, but the defender was right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, what about this? It's right. The defender was like right in help side. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. I'm like, yo, I came back the next day when we had practice. I said, hey, man, look, I thought about it. You was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why you weren't passing is because there was nobody passing to. You know what I'm saying? Because they weren't being guarded. They thought they was open. And I kind of thought they was open too. So I said, I apologize. So I started telling my team, I'm like, yo, y'all got to get open, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thinking y'all open. It's the conversation I had with the boys today. Y'all thinking y'all open. And a guy that wants to pass the ball to you can't get it to you because the defender is standing right next to you. He's literally right there. You know what I'm saying? And you're sitting there like, give it up. Give it up. The defender right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, boo. I told him, I said, look, boom, just take one step. I'm like, just just that much of a difference. Step one step in front of him, hand out, hand here. Now you're open. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that inches, like, just step right in front of him. Hand here, hand out, asking for the ball. I'm like, yo, most of y'all just sit there like this, and the guy standing right next to you, like, I'm open, pass it. I'm like, yo, and I feel it because as a passer myself, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I got that scorer mentality too, where I'm chucking up 3 straight, three possessions down, I'm chucking them up. So I understand what it's like on both sides of it, right? And so just look at somebody and they got a person right next to them and they get mad at me. I'm like, I'm not gonna throw this. I'm not gonna throw this to you, the dude right there. I'd rather let it fly. so I get it, and that's what sometimes you have to do. You know, as coaches, realize where the conversation needs to be had at. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it has to be had on both sides, but I think the most beneficial for it is to ask something of everyone first before you ask something of the one person. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone can make it a lot easier to be passed to than it is to just tell one person to pass it all the time. You know what I mean? You can make it a little bit more easier. Four y'all can make it four. That's four more opportunities, right? So 3 more opportunities than one. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had that conversation with them, and that's what you got to do as coaches too, man. Kings, we got to have that moment where it's okay to reflect with what a young person said to you. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that too. I think that's one of the things that makes one of those rules you hear, the 24-hour, 48-hour, whatever it is. I think it's real deal. I think it's real deal. I think it's beneficial because sometimes it takes that. It takes that to be like, you know, what the hell this person just say? what the hell I got to say to this person? You know what I mean? And then it helps the kids too, because the kids have to buy into the stuff, and we're telling them to do things, and we got to have them buy into it, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. That's the topic of the night, anyways. Coaching, man. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get to that a little bit. Speaking of coaching, what's your boy? What's his name? Sharon? What's his name, man? Stop playing with me. I forgot what his name is, man. Sharon Moore. Coach. You the Wolverines, man. You the Wolverines, man. They gotta talk to you, man. I don't get this, man. I don't get us, man. I don't get us, man. I don't get us, man. When you sitting on, that's when you can't do nothing. Like before you get there, you know what I'm saying? So like if they like that's how Trump, that's what we talked about this other day. Trump big pimp out there, right? Pimping the nation, right? If you're gonna do it, right, do it beforehand. So that way when you up sitting on top and you ain't doing it no more and they come at you like you did this, like, okay, so what? I'm not that ain't me no more. I don't do that no more. You still doing it every day at work. I'm talking about this the other day, man. Hey, people got work wives, right? Work husbands. Women started that with the work husbands. But anyway, man, come on, man. Come on. She was yours for real, bro. You sitting on top. You the Wolverines, bro. You the Michigan Wolverines, bro. You is. They gotta call you, bro, for anything. You sitting there on top, bro. Michigan Wolverines football program. Come on, Kings. We gotta do better than that, man. We gotta do better than that, man. That's on everything, man. And I digress. Talked about this last week. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. I just heard some information, man. I just be hearing stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. I got my ear to the streets, and the one thing about um, my character is I call things out that need to be called out, and that's like I said, the whole reason why I was going to start. Bring sorry, not start. That's the whole reason why I'm bringing back my mother's idea of athletes in crisis, right? Because everybody that needs to be held accountable needs to be held accountable. Everybody does. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who just came in. Always a special guest in the neighborhood. But no, everybody that needs to be held accountable needs to be held accountable. Everybody. Which means that at some point in time, it may be you. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop with this high and mighty thing, because I'm just like, I'm hearing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people aren't showing up, man. That's really the kicker for me, man. Like that's really the biggest kicker for me is hearing people not showing up, man. Yeah, and I put a post up about this the other day, man. How are you for the kids, first of all, man? How are you for the program if you can't be there for the program? I don't get it. I don't get it. You need to be there, man. If you're gonna ask and this is the thing that irks my nerves. It irks my nerves. How do you ask and demand the kids to be there and you can't be there? You can't be there. And if you can't be there, why are you even a part of it? Step back. Allow other people that can be there and be a part of it and be trying to give something to these youth every single day. Because that's what it's about. Because if you ain't there, then you ain't doing it for the youth. You're doing it for the title. And it's cool. But speak that. Don't sit there and come into situations where you guys are asking these young men to step up and bust their ass for something that you're telling them they're going to get rewarded for, and they don't get rewarded because you ain't there to see them. You don't even know who they are. And the thing about it is, man, like you got to play angel's advocate and be like, oh, no, I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us as a community. That's what people don't understand. I'm talking about us. So if there's any imperfections that I'm doing with these young people, when someone tells me, I have to take that in consideration and I have to apply that to what I'm doing out there. So if I'm doing the same thing, don't take it as disrespect. Take it as knowledge that I'm giving you because the shit ain't looking all good, is it? Type on my shit. Write a message to me. Tell me. No, Tyler. Good basketball's going out there. Good programs are going on out there. Everybody's great. Tell me. But if we got problems out there, we got disconnect between the community, the coaches, and the players. How do we build a program? So we got to do better, King. We got to do better. We do. We got to do better, coaches. All coaches. We got to do better. Because it's about the kids, right? You saying that's what you say. That's what we all say, right? So be there for the kids. I get shots around here on Thailand TV. You catch one. You catch a stray around here. What else? Welcome back, get the stray around here, man. Oh man, look. Oh, so look. Check it out. I wanted to go over this. This was kind of interesting to me. I don't know. So I don't be knowing where I be getting these things, but so what? They're all off. Who's is who knows? But anyway, the 20 worst addictions in the world. This is surprising to me. This surprised me. That's why I'm actually. Who cares why I see things or where I see things? But when I see things, it surprised me. Check it out. The 20 worst addictions. Okay. Number one is smoking, of course. And you got to know that was gonna be number motherfucker one. You know that was taking the motherfucking cake. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Hold on. Gotta plug in my mouse while I'm doing my show. You know what I mean? It was kind of low. Hey, but anyways, back to the matter at hand. Perfectionist, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you understand. But anyways, number one is smoking, of course. You gotta know that. Nicotine, alcohol, 2, hair wrong, number 3. I don't know how y'all still do it. I ain't know hair wrong still out there. 2025. Okay, hey, I don't know. I'll be doing these. I'm just like, surprise me. Boom. Cocaine. You already know. That's already know. You know people out there. Ooh, number 5, prescription drugs. Interesting, ain't it? Number 5, prescription drugs. Interesting. Number 6 is methamphetamines. Prescription drugs is one above methamphetamine. That's crazy. Interesting stuff. So, then we get into, you know what I'm saying, gambling, smartphone addiction. I'm on one right now. Social media, video games. Boy, yeah, what? So we can play video games. We straight. You know what I'm saying? Junk food, sugar, caffeine, marijuana, chronic use. Not additional use. Chronic use is on the list, but this is different. Internet addiction, shopping addiction. Number 17, pornography. 18, inhalants, like paint and paint thinner, all that. Number 19, workaholism, and number 20, steroids and performance enhancing drugs. But that number 17, man, pornography, just kind of threw me off, because I was like, that's what really caught me when I started just kind of glancing at it. Because I thought, you know what I'm saying, people would be like, you know what I'm saying, on the internet and looking at inappropriate sexual activity, and that would be high, because especially the way people see, this is what kills me, like when society points us in directions like, you know what I mean, like, I know it's evil, evil or whatever, I know it's bad to be doing that, I think it's lustful, but to be 17th on a list of 20 addictions is pretty interesting. It's pretty odd to me. I thought it'd be what. That's the point I'm trying to make, is I thought it would have been higher. I thought you nasty freaks had that number 3. You know what I'm saying? You some nasty people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, hey, look, man. I just thought it was an interesting thing. So gambling, number 7. We have that. Look, that's a very accurate situation, especially with what's going on in the sports and NBA with all this whole gambling thing, and it's ironic too, because it be cracking me up with this whole sports betting thing, is that, like, I'm still seeing commercials about sports betting. I'm like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing them push even more of the agenda of sports betting ever since it was like, oh, we got a lawsuit with the betting, with guys betting. Well, here's a place for right after that, the commercial. Here's what you can bet. Get your get your parlay right in now. Well, you know, sometimes things make you say, right? Very interesting. Right before we go into my story tonight, there was somebody posted up a picture of, let me see, I don't see what school this was, but they had on helmets and shoulder pads on the basketball court. So they was having basketball practice with like everybody had on helmets and shoulder pads. They was going at it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't copy the video, but yeah, I just snapped that real quick. But that was kind of interesting to see that, because I think I told y'all about that with Tom Izzo and them. They did that one time when we was at the practice, man. They had the little pads out. They had them in shoulder pads, and they were banging. Like, literally banging, boy. They was bomb, boy. It was crazy. But that's, makes them one of the most elite teams. You know what I'm saying? Nice topic to segue into the main topic of the evening. But I think that's one of the things that I love about Tom Izzo, his ability to turn guys up, man. You know what I'm saying? And get them playing at a high level, man. It's very difficult to do that, Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, I think Tom Izzo does it the best. I think Tom Izzo teaches kids to play team basketball. I think that his ability to make kids buy into playing together, like, and like, one of the most interesting things about him is how kids run their sets. Like, if you watch, like, straight up, if you watch the way that they run their sets, and it's a lot of teams, I mean, that's why they're the high level teams, the power level teams, right? You watch the way they run something, and it's a thing of beauty, and you can literally watch it unfold. Like, especially like if you're coaches that know plays, you're watching the play. You're like, he coming through, bam, he going undercut, oh, flare, what, elevate, snap, splash, come right out of a timeout too. You know what I'm saying? So he's like the master of doing that. and that's to be able to coach team sports, right? Coaching team sports is difficult. It's very difficult. I was watching a video. Synchronized swimming. Have y'all ever seen that shit? Google, man. Y'all think if you think I'm lying, if you think I'm lying, bro, I'm gonna tell you coaches. I'm gonna put you coaches on game, bro. Watch synchronized swimming, bro. Watch synchronized. Just sit there and watch it for a minute, dude. So they go off, right? They jump off. Boom. 3 of them jump in the pool at the same time. Same thing. The next 3 jump in the pool same time. Do the same thing. The next 3 jump in the pool do the same thing, right? So they all swim. And then next thing you know, they do a dance routine synchronized underwater and aerial type. Man, hey man, you think I'm lying, man? Watch this stuff, man, because I feel like that is the pinnacle of a team sport. I feel like it's for 9 people to be synchronized underwater, moving underwater, man, dude. And it's like literally the movements, the forward swimming, right? The diving, you know what I'm saying? The turns, the twists, the rise together, the push up, dude. It's insane. It's literally insane. It's like the highest form of team sports you can play. I think it's gotta be. Football's right up there too, because I tell people a lot of times, it's 11 people. Synchronized swimming is different because everybody has to be doing the same thing. Whereas football, everybody has to be doing their job. You know what I'm saying? But all 11 have to be doing their job. One cannot mess up. You know what I mean? And in that same atmosphere of synchronized swimming. But if you watch it, it's pretty it's almost harmonic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like musical. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know what I mean? So I just think you should watch it, man. Just, it's something different for you to add to your game, man. You know what I mean? Some knowledge, man. And we go through life working with individuals, right? Teaching them to be individuals. It's very important for them to have their identity, learn their identity, and they grow and become, you know what I'm saying, young adults, right? And from birth, we teach them that, I've always talked about it before, like when they're standing up, when they stand up for the first time, you know what I'm saying? When they want to walk for the first time, they get up and they fall, you want to step back and let them catch it, do it themselves. We teach them to be individuals and stand up for themselves. And I'm watching my son, Lincoln, in his first grade practice. So I'm watching one of the kids, man. He grabbed me, get the ball, and he just take off. Yeah, I remember first grade, bro. Hey, man. So he just take off. He just take off down the court, and he go around in a circle. He go back around our basket, goes back around a basket, go back. Like, hey. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, the thing about me, man, I'm like how I am everywhere I go. And I'm sitting there, me, the coach about to come out. Be like, hey man, you gotta dribble that ball, player. So yeah, y'all know, hey, that's just me, bro. That's just me. I can't watch basketball at no level. I don't care what age level he is. You can get it too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get no guns, but you can hit him in the throat. Say Bernie Baxter, you can chop him in the throat. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's very important that these young people understand this, because man, that dude took off like it was like football, for real, for him. He's like, yo, and nobody was like really saying me. Hey man, hey, you got to dribble that ball, player, and he stop. dribble the ball, but that's what you got to get them to do. You got to start getting them to understand that. And then the biggest part, like the topic of the evening is, you know, even those ones that are coming down and dribbling and getting, trying to find their spot or whatever, and then getting a shot off. Sometimes you got to teach them, hey, look, because you know how it is. They keep doing it. They do it, especially the aggressive rebounders, like aggressive rebounders, guys that go after the ball. That's dope. I love that. You know what I'm saying? So they're at that age, especially, they're gonna go get the ball, have the ball, and they're gonna want to if they do have any kind of teaching, they're going to dribble that ball down. You know what I'm saying? They're going to find a little spot and get a little shot off. And then sometimes you got to start the team basketball mindset. Got to start coming in because you got to be like, hey, look, okay, hey, look, Tommy's over there open. Tommy's open. Give it to Tommy. And it's dope because like this is the stuff I live for, right? Because it's dope because when you do that, right, all of a sudden you get one of the moments where the person dribbles up the ball and he looks up by himself. And then boom, he sees Tommy, or he sees Tommy. Tommy's not open. He sees Luke, or he sees Link Dog. You know what I'm saying? Throw the Link Dog. Boom, Link Dog get that shot off, hit it, and all of them. You think I'm lying? Most of the time that they're just kind of like going through the motions is when one person shoots the ball. But when they make a pass to one of the other one, and that person they pass it to hits the shot, tell me it don't happen. Tell me it don't happen. Tell me it don't be magical. They all just like, yeah. It's electrifying, bro. It's the energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? That's what team sports and coaching um, um, team basketball and team sports is all about. You gotta make sure you're giving these guys the last chance to play for something bigger than them. Because after high school, they'll always be playing for themselves. The competitive market is sick out there. They'll be playing for every morsel that they get. So the last chance that they get to actually play for it to be about their chest is high school. You know, and it starts young, man. It starts at a young age. I remember that now, boy. That that boy took off like it was a football, man. Hey, don't get me wrong though. When he got to the spot where he wanted to get to, he whacked that thing. Hey man, blessings to the little kids, man. I love the little kids. I love the kids, man. Starting off young, I think that's a very important time to grab them and teach them. Uh, you know, Getting pumped up just about their new friend, um, being able to make a shot too. So that's why you teach them that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you can always teach them, getting that shot off. Hey, all day long we can do that, but give them a chance to feel what it's like to spread some love within each other. You know what I mean? Um, you got to do drill and skill work. Okay. Um, I think coaching team basketball. I think coaching individual sports can be more about the skill. We're on the skill. Um, but I think team sports should be a mix of drills and skills because you gotta get these guys pumping each other up competitively on drills. I think it's something different. It's something different when you're out there doing drills by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you always want to beat yourself, beat the clock, whatever. But it's something about being on that line with 9, 10 other guys, and coach saying go. You know what I mean? You don't want to be last. There's something different about it. You know what I mean? So that's why the drills are really, really, really important because it brings that. It's sharp. It's iron sharp as iron because what it does, it makes your brethren have to step their shit up too. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be the last guy, bro. You just don't want to be the last guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think um, that's an exciting thing to have if you do it positively. You know what I mean? And teach and making sure you instill um, that team mentality. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. punishing them. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, as a team, like I was big on that. I was huge on punishing the whole team. I never really punished one kid. Like I never, when they missed lips or whatever, or somebody misses them. I never really just punished the one kid. It was always like, oh, yeah, I want to miss. Okay, bet. So and so come to the free throw line, hit that free throw. You do one down and back. Miss that free throw, you do two killers. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? But you know that was and it excited them. You know what I'm saying? Because then they could like matter of fact, because like I'm telling you, when you do it the right way, it builds almost a camaraderie between them. You know what I'm saying? Because the competitiveness of the competitiveness becomes more of a thought. Like I said, the punishment is for the whole team, so it's not just like, oh yeah, look, you suck. They're not gonna be like that. They're gonna be like, man, come on, man, hit this dog, hit this dog. And when you hit it, like, yeah, that's why I'm telling you at a young age when they got to start getting that. That's when I see it. That's why I know the older ones can do it too, because it's good to feel like you can count on your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best way for them to learn how to play team basketball or team with the team, any team sport, is that you got to know that you can count on. Um, if you if you watch synchronized swimming, watch them. They're not like, you don't see one of them turning their head to see what the other one's doing. You know what I'm saying? They're all just in line doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And because they trust that the other person's got their, got their job, will take care of their duties. Team sport, team basketball, like I say, with football being a sport that you can, you know what I'm saying, you have to have all 11 doing their job. With basketball, you can get away with somebody doing their job and other people not doing their job. You got one person just go ham, you know what I mean? So, may not win championships that way, but you could. So, um, you really have to like hone in on making sure that everybody's buying into each other, you know what I'm saying, and trust each other. And it's difficult to do that, man. It's difficult to do. You know what technique that I use? I use a technique where I tell my kids, I will not hand out your jerseys to you until all of you are present. That's a technique that I give. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm not finding all of you. You know what I'm saying? So you guys need to make sure you're all here, be accountable for each other. I'm telling you, it's weird, dude. They ignite to that. They get excited with that. They be like, they be going to find each other, and then if I'm late to the office, they like, Coach, everybody here, Coach, where you at? And so, but it builds a respect thing, because now they're sitting there like, nah, we accountable. What's up, Coach? So they can say something like that back to me if I'm not, and I think that builds character. You know what I'm saying? It builds values in young men. You know what I'm saying? I think that the closeness of the brotherhood, with sports, regardless of man or woman, the closeness that these guys build is core values for friendships as they get older. So I think that people that play sports, you know what I'm saying, lifelong have lifelong friendships, man. I do, like, through sports. I have a lot of lifelong friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys that I just know, and we just cool individuals, man. To just know each other. You know what I'm saying? Even just some that have been just been in passing of sports, but then I've also built outside connections with it also. So, and that's what you got to learn to be a good teammate, to be a good friend. I mean, doesn't it translate? If I'm wrong, I'm doing a show, man, where you can post anything on it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? Team basketball teaches you to be a good friend, right? How many people do you know that play the sport that ain't got like some dog that's ready to go right now? They can call 10 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't took them yet, but they can call 10 motherfuckers, man. Shit, we can go to the court. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What? We can meet in the parking lot. We can get it cracked, whatever. You know, we can pull up. You know what I mean? But they got 10 motherfuckers that are ready to ride or die. And I think that that's the one thing I love about high school sports. And that's the one thing I love about being a part of high school sports. And that's the one thing I love about wanting to do something huge to help impact high school sports. And that's why I want continue my mom's work of athletes in crisis, to give that, because these young people need to learn the value of creating these friendships that you're going to have, that you're never going to have if you play in an association with some kids, and then you go all the way up through high school with some kids, those same kids. You go from third grade to second grade, sometimes even kindergarten or whatever, right? That's what, 9, 10 years of your life that you've gotten to know somebody, the realness of the growth of being an adult. You'll never have 10 years of a relationship with anybody else like that. Not like that. That's why I try to help these young men understand this whole concept of team mentality, because it just looks good. And when you see it at the college level, it looks good. When you see it at the pro level, it looks good, right? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, man, type something. I said that good basketball just looks good. And good basketball is played as team basketball. And guys, everybody loving each other, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and that I hit on that a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying, about what we need to do out here, coaches. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these values that we're teaching these young people are very important for their lives as they go on. I mean, if you think, whoo, snap. If you think I'm lying, with every interview that you ever went on, did they or did they not ask you if you're a team player? Hey, man, look, if you listen to this stuff, blessings, man. If you don't, it's not meant for you. I don't say this stuff that I'm not making this stuff out of thin air, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what they ask our kids in a job interview, bro. Are you a team player? Hell yeah. Nigga, I had 13 assists average play. Nigga, I'm dropping dimes. Nigga, hell yeah, I'm a team player. Nigga, nobody play better in this team than me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that's what they ask in a job interview. Am I correct? If I'm not, man, I'm lying and fine, man. You can see I'm sitting right here, man, with you, talking to you. So, values, we teaching them with this stuff, man. It's very important that they understand that team basketball, team sports is a huge asset to their lives. For real. It just is. You know what I'm saying? It'll make things a lot easier as they go through life. Straight up. You know? And I get it. Everybody be like, ain't no I in team. Ain't no I in team. But there's a me. You're right. There's a me in team. But in order to get to the me, you gotta break apart the team. Some real shit. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to be about, because it's like, if you build in trust within your team, you got to know that your teammate has your back too. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are out there thinking that the other person doesn't care about, um, you know, the team excelling and being better as a whole, because I told my boys one time, I said, look, 5 months. 5 months. I said, 5 months, man. You got 7 months to do whatever you want to do. I don't be on you like that. I said, just give me 5 months. 5 months. Just think about basketball for 5 months. Just lock in this thing for 5 months. That's it. That's it. And that's what it really is. That's the one thing, because the one common goal that we want to do is we want to win as a program. And in order for us to win as a program, we have to play as a team. Whatever sport it is. And I keep telling people this, like, this is the stuff I don't get, parents and coaches. Why are we not teaching these kids that the more they do for the team, the more they gonna eat. They eat more, because when you win, people come see you play. People don't want to come see losing. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They want to come see winning. And winning usually happens the more kids play as a team. That's what I'm just saying, when they play unified, man, when they play unified, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, bro. Tell me somebody, because as of right now, I haven't been. As of right now, I don't think there's anything that I've said online that I haven't been right about. If I've been wrong about something, I've probably been quiet. I probably asked, "Hey, what?" But I don't think I've ever been had anybody just prove what I'm saying wrong, especially when it comes to this basketball shit. That's why I think it's important that we got to stop telling kids to stop playing multiple sports. I think kids play multiple sports. We got to stop defining kids, because uh, um, one of the reasons why we got to stop doing that is because when the recruiting comes in, recruiting is going to put the kids wherever they want to, right? That's why we can't limit these kids and say, "Oh, this kid is he's a football player, or he's a whatever," and they're playing another sport, right? And it's like, no, whatever sport they're in for that season, that's what they are. They're that. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay for them to be that. Okay. It's okay for them to play three different sports. You know what I'm saying? All the way up until, I say, junior. If they don't want to do it their senior year, I understand. But I don't think that it's good for people to force kids to not play multiple sports. I think the more multiple sports they play, the more team mentality gets nailed into their head, because now they have three different coaches that are teaching them team, and they have three different teams that depend on them. That's a lot more weight than just one team. You know what I mean? So, because one of the teams you might not be the star of that team, one team you might be the star of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And that recruiting starts to come in June, probably about sophomore kicks up. It kicks in junior. Shit, it kicks in nowadays. Shit. What am I talking about, man? See, I'm old school, man. It kicks in from like 7th to 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? People got rankings in 7th, 8th grade, man. You know, down to 3rd, man. So it kicks in pretty early now. Um, but I think it strongly kicks in around sophomore going into junior year. I think that's when you'll start. If you hot like that, yeah, calls are coming right around then. You know what I'm saying? So um, kids can determine if they just want to do one thing at that point in time. But I wouldn't push them to only do one. I think that it would add to whatever, because when it comes to this recruiting thing, if you think about it, I mean, there are people that are getting paid, millions of dollars to make decisions of who the best players in the world are, and they fucking suck. And they fucking suck. these niggas trash. Niggas be getting motherfuckers picked third in overall in the draft, and the motherfucker nigga out the league in 2 years, bro. Hey man, look, Thailand TV bust shots. If you take it personal, man, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? But that's funny, right? People get and the reason why I say that respectfully, of course, because the job is a job. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to do that. But I'm just trying to adhere to my goal to give knowledge out there, and this is knowledge for parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, them motherfuckers don't know shit, bro. These recruiters don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, who? And I know, because I know how to read kids. I can break down what a kid's strengths are, and I can break down a kid's weaknesses just in one game. Shit, 5 minutes of the game. I've told people this, and the people know this. They've seen my work. They've seen me write 3-page player breakdowns, team breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? I dissect the whole thing. I'll tell you who can do what, when, where, why, how. You know what I'm saying? And it's difficult to understand as parents who to know and who to trust about what is going to be good for your child. But I never put it past a parent to ever make their decisions for their best for their child. Never. And that's why people gotta stop being. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just allow people the space to just make their own decisions about things. And this recruiting thing, when it starts to kick up, like I told you, that's where things start to become more individualistic. But you've sat there and you've learned how to play for a team and play for what's on your chest for so long. Now you can go into someone teaching you, no, it's about time for you. It's time for you to get yours. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're a man. You know what I'm saying? And and especially in a lot of kids' cases, man, you've been competing, you know what I'm saying, at high levels. So once you get to the next level, you're just gonna compete again. And now this is where at the college level, this is where they teach you how to be individual. They teach you, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's how they talk to them. I'm just saying. Parents get mad at me all they want to, saying this is late show anyway. You should be in bed. But you know what I'm saying? That's how they be talking to them at the college level. If you don't touch that, get over here. If you don't touch that ball, I'm going to rip your head off. And I'm going to throw the fuck. That's how they talk to him. I'm just being for real. You know what I'm saying? But this is the type of stuff, like I say, especially with my company coming, Athletes in Crisis. That's one of the things. That's the type of information I'm gonna tell you about. I'm like, that's how they telling us. What they're telling us. What I'm hearing. You know, and this would be advantage for young people, especially to have an insight into how the mindset of people work a little bit behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit that be killing me, man. It'd be like Dynasty, bro. You know what I'm saying? If y'all old heads know what I'm talking about, man, that politics stuff, man, be like Dynasty, bro. It's amazing. It's crazy, bro. But it's just because we ain't all real. If we was all like just real, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like that. But you know how it is, human error. I call it human error, man. Because I mean, if you think about it, man, think about it, right? People have been telling, when it comes to recruiting, people have been telling these children that they'd have been a man all their life, right? All their life. And then now you got to come in and be like, well, we want you to learn how to play team sports. We want you to learn how to play a team. How do you do that if you haven't been teaching them that when they were younger? So that's one of my biggest concerns because most of the time at the college level, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to come in and play as a team. Unless you just, you know what I'm saying, one of them dudes. One of them dudes. You know what I mean? Um, and it's so odd, man. It's so funny, man. Like, coming from a coaching standpoint, parents always want more. I told y'all, everybody gets shots. Everybody gets shots on our roll. Parents always want more, man. They do. Like they like as a coach, you got the guy that don't get in the game. Parent want them to get in the game more. Then you got the parent. Then you got the guy that be in the game all the time, whose parents want him to get in the game more. Hey, everybody gets shots on Thailand TV. That's how y'all is, though. Like, I'm giving it to you real. I give it to you from the eye point, eye views of everything. I give you come at the coaches like somebody that knows as a parent what type of information I need, and I come at it like, hey, as a coach said, this is what we see as a parent. This is what the kids see too, from both parents and coaches. This is what they see. But yo, parents, man, that shit be killing me, man. For real. Like they be like getting a call. My son ain't been in the game, but only like 2 something minutes. He need to get more time. Get another call. Yeah, my son was in the game the whole first half, but you took him out for 3 minutes the second half. I don't know why you did that. Okay, I'll figure it out. But it be like that though. It literally is is it's comical to me. I think, like I said, it's the whole aspect of. I think I learned that when I was working with Coach Pat, um, Coach Boots. He said it to me. He just was like, "Yo, man, don't let it get to you, man." And I was like, and I took those words to heart ever since because it was just if you do, man, because if you see some of this stuff that goes on, man, some of this bad stuff, like that's when my documentary is coming out. So yeah, it'll tell a lot of the story, but behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, man, it's just comical some of the stuff that goes on, man. The drama, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially from grown men. You know what I mean? And those, like I said, you know what I'm saying? It grown men, grown women too, because they be a part of that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? It's just really um an aspect of being able to teach young people how to play team basketball that makes it difficult because sometimes parents can be the ones that are persuading attitudes in kids, um, coaches, and just within each other too, across the board. You know what I mean? Across the stands. So, you got to find a way to make sure everybody's buying in. And that's why I think it's important, what I'm saying, at the beginning of the season to have that kind of talk with your program and let them know that's the type of stuff you're looking to do. So that way they know, what I'm saying? Like if you type of coach, hey, I rip into my kids, that way they know. When you start ripping into kids, like, well, he did tell us he's going to, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to have that conversation to start off with. You know, but yeah, parents, boy, that'll be killing me, man. And what parents got to understand is that at any night, man, if you play good team basketball at any night, anybody can get off. So sometimes somebody getting off, you know what I mean? Like sometimes somebody getting off, and then your kid might not be the kid that's getting off that night, but then another night, all of a sudden your kid's getting off, right? So then you're like, damn, now my kid's getting off, but then the next night your kid doesn't get off, and that's you got to be okay with that flow, especially if the team is winning. If the team is losing, we can have some conversations. But if the team is winning, we got a problem with it. Let's roll. You know what I'm saying? Let's fix it. Let's go talk. Let's go to a drawing board. Let's fix a little nookie sookie here. So at least we won. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna close the topic tonight talking about one pet peeve of coaching team basketball that gets me. It's when a person's heating up, man. When a person's on fire, man. Somebody just hit 2 shots in a row. First shot came, boom, hard, V cut off the screen, bam, 3, money ball. Second time, cut through, flare screen, boom, man trailing, boom, pulls up, money ball, and 1. Next offensive possession, we come down. Somebody dribbles to the other side, pulls up a 3. This is what I'm talking about, people. The reason why it's a pet peeve is the whole point and concept of the whole team basketball that I was talking about. You have a guy that's hot right now. He's hot. He's hot. That ball should touch his hands. If he misses it, all right, nigga, I got this. All right, player, I got this. But for right now, we need to get the ball to him. We need to set. And this is the part. This is the part where the team basketball concept comes in. Right? This is why it's my pet peeve. Because not only do we need to get the ball in his hands, but everybody we need to be setting screens for him. Everywhere he at, set a screen. Everywhere he at, whoever's guarding him, set a screen. Whoever's guarding him again, set a screen. They switch, screen that switcher. You know what I mean? So that becomes a team mentality of saying, I can get my man some easy baskets. That'll make the score go up. The score says our team name. It don't say my name. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. It says the name on the side. But not all scoreboards have that. So not all scoreboards have that. Some just have the numbers of the team and the other team. And that's it. So you got to remember that part, man. And if you can get somebody who's hot the ball and continue to get some easy points, you believe in team basketball. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining me tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting out before 11, before an hour. Boy, what cut curve? Boy, I'm trying to keep it down. I talk too much. I don't know if y'all know that about me. But on Thailand TV, man, this is what I do. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I will be back for a love show on Thursday. We'll talk about something good on Thursday. I guarantee you I'll see something. I'll see somebody saying something about something. I'll see some lady talking about men need to do this. I'll see some dude talking about women need to do that. So believe me, I'm going to come at you guys Thursday with something good. We'll talk, man. We'll wrap. You guys have a good week, man. I'll see you guys later. Holla at your boy, man. 800 Stiz house. God. Man, form. The Prophet de jour. I'm out.